Hi, everybody. Welcome once again to the Stevie B Show. As always, I'm Stevie B. Well, it's good to see you today. As you know, this is the last show of 2022, and you're probably wondering why I'm wearing this shirt right here. It's my favorite comic book superhero, Spider-Man. And this is the Boston Fan Expo 2022 edition. We went, me and my friend Lenny went to the Boston Fan Expo back in August, but we haven't been able to edit and do the show until now. I had a lot of fun at this show. I mean, every year we try to go to Boston Fan Expo, and I had to be honest. This one, reason I waited so long to do it was because it wasn't the best experience of doing Boston Fan Expo. And I mean, when I first did it in 2018. I was dressed as Superman. I had the Superman shirt on, and I got to interview famous voiceover actors Rob Paulsen and Maurice LaMarche. And 2019, I went as Batman, and that wasn't. I didn't really get any major interviews with any celebs there too. And then, of course, 2020 we didn't go because of COVID. There was no Boston Fan Expo. But 2021, we went back, and I was Captain America. And this one, we went 2022. I'm Spider-Man, and I love to. I would like to go back again next year. I don't know if I will, but I mean, it's been very hard because there's some there have been like 2018, 2021. I had the absolute pleasure of interviewing some famous people. I mean, for 2021, I interviewed David Koechner, Billy West, and Kevin Conroy. And we'll talk about Kevin Conroy in a few moments. But it's very hard because when you want to talk to some celebrities at you have to deal with their handlers first off, and the handlers. I mean, you can go up to them. You can ask for a picture and everything like that. They charge a certain amount of money, and but they will not talk to you. They will not. They will not do an interview with you. I mean, they say that everything has to be like in advance, but every time I try to get in advance, they always say that there's no advance to it. So next year, I think, I don't know. There are two famous voiceover actresses that I hopefully will come next year. And if they do come and I get a chance to interview them, that'll probably be the last time I go to Boston Fan Expo for the show. But anyway, for this 2022 edition, which we did back in August, I unfortunately did not have the chance to interview any celebrities. The handlers. Now I understand that handlers, they have a job to do. I know, but they some of them can be very, I don't know, rude doing it. I mean, like, I'm not paparazzi. Okay, I'm not going to ask them a question of like who you having, who's your girlfriend, who are you having sex with, or anything. I don't care about that. Just things about everything. But anyway, unfortunately, this year I didn't get to interview any celebrities this year. But me and Lenny did get some great footage. Now, on the plus side, I did get my picture with one famous person. We're going to look at that photo right now. In fact, we'll take a look at it right now. The famous person I do, see if you can recognize her. Yes, that is me with Christy Carlson Romano. As you may know her from the TV show on Disney Channel, Even Stevens, and also from the, I think it's Nickelodeon, Kim Possible. And she is, that was a very popular show. Well, Christy came to Fan Expo this year, and I got to tell you, she is one that, even though I wasn't allowed to interview her, I managed to actually have a picture with her. She is very nice, very, very nice person. We actually talked about our Italian heritage because her father's Italian, so we talked about that, and she was very sweet. And I thought she was the nicest person. But I mean, that was my only brush with a celebrity. I mean, every other celebrity, you couldn't even. There's some celebrities you just couldn't even go near, because some of them charge an enormous amount of money. But Christy was very nice to me, and like I said, she's very sweet. And I wanted to Also, I have another picture I want to show. This is a friend of mine. Now, as you can see, that's me. Now, the man on my left, right there, with dressed as Obi-Wan Kenobi, I think, that is Joshua Madruga. Now, if you don't know, Joshua was on my show, the Stevie B show. He's a cosplayer. He does things for little kids parties and all that, different characters, Disney, Star Wars, you name it. I mean, he's a great cosplayer. I mean, he makes his own costumes. I mean, he even showed us some of the Mr. Freeze things, Mr. Freeze that he did in all the Star Wars. I mean, he's a great guy. And we actually, Joshua and I did the play Annie in Peabody in 2021, and he was a great Oliver Warbucks. I played the president, but it was great to see him there. And next to me on my right is Benjamin, Ben Hedstrom. He's another cosplayer, and he's also we also did Annie together. He's a good guy. And now in front of us is Joshua's wife, Christine, and his two daughters, Chloe, who's the youngest, and Kira. Now, they played orphans, and actually, Kira actually played Annie in a couple of shows, both talented kids. Joshua's wife, Christine, she's very talented, and Joshua's a good guy, and I had a really fun time. I mean, he was there at Fan Expo, cosplaying. Like, interesting enough, he before in 2021, when he was at Fan Expo, he was Batman, and he actually got a picture taken with Batman himself, the voice of Batman, Kevin Conroy. But Josh is a good guy, and hope to work with him again in another play in the future. But it was good to see them that day, so that was a lot of fun. Okay, now, like I said, I didn't interview any celebrities. We did talk to quite a few cosplayers and quite a few authors, graphic artists, designers. So we're going to show the footage of that. You see us going all around. We talked to different people, and I tell you, I think, to be honest with you, doing these Fan Expo shows, as much as I love interviewing celebrities when I ever get the chance, I love doing the interviews with the cosplayers because they're so dedicated to. I mean, I just had the Spider-Man shirt on, but I mean, they literally spend hours, if not weeks, or even months on their costumes, and they're just so. I mean, that's fanatic. That's really fans. I mean, and I do want to say one thing though before we go to the footage. I understand that celebrities have to charge for if you want a picture with them or if you want an autograph. Some cost a lot of money. I mean, I remember one Fan Expo, William Shatner came, Captain Kirk. His fee for just getting a picture with him was like $120. And that's, I guess. I mean, I don't fault them. I mean, if that's how they make their living, I mean, maybe you have to pay off their publicists or their agents. I don't know how it works. But I will say this though: if I ever become famous, and I go to these expos, and I have no choice but to charge people, I swear to you, it'll only be maybe no more than $5 or $10, because I don't think I'm worth any more than that. But that's my promise. Okay, no more than $5 or $10. I mean, if it were up to me, I wouldn't charge anything. But I mean, if I have to, that's the best I would do. I mean, that would be the best I can do. But anyway, okay. Well, that's a long ways off. But anyway, sit back and enjoy these wonderful interviews I did with cosplayers, and see some footage of some of the celebrities we had behind, and get back to you right afterwards. So enjoy. As you can see, at Comic-Con, I'm dressed as, I have a Spider-Man shirt on, but with so many Spider-Men here, we don't know which is the real one. Hi, guys, how you doing? Say hi to everybody in Medford. Now, sir, I'm guessing by your costume, is Spider-Man your favorite character?
Of course. I mean, who else would it be?
Now, where do you guys get your costumes? Do you make them yourself, or how do you get them?
For me, it's mainly just online purchases, but I try to improvise with whatever kind of stuff. Yes, thank you. The internet.
Amazon. I got this off Amazon, man, for like $40.
eBay.
Yeah? Well, you guys look great. I really appreciate it, though. Can you guys come over? We just say hello to everybody. No. Hey, everybody. Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. I am now here with one of the most famous Spider-Man comic creators, and actually, according to his bio, he's the artist of the most Spider-Man #1 issues, as you can see, Mr. Joe St. Pierre. Mr. St. Pierre, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Now, I'm Stevie B, Steve Bertarelli from Medford Community Media, the Stevie B Show. It's nice to meet you. I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man, as you can tell by my shirt I'm wearing. I represent every year. I'm a different character. I mean, last year I was Captain America. But I'm related to you. So I gotta ask you now. How long have you been drawing Spider-Man?
Well, I started in 1994, I believe. That was my first Spider-Man job. It was actually the future version of Spider-Man, 2099, and then I moved on to the regular Peter Parker Spider-Man after that.
So I just want to say, so have you always had the talent to be able to draw? I mean, how did you start out?
Yeah, I've been drawing since I was a child, like 4 or 5 years old. I knew very early in life what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a comic book artist and creator, and just kind of stuck with it till I got paid for it.
I do believe I have some of your issues, though. I don't have any with me. I would have asked you to sign them, but this artistry, you get to take a look right here. This is beautiful artwork. It's one of the best, you know. Yeah, it's one of the best, you know. I too. But thank you so much. Very much. Have a nice day. As you can see, I met another Spider-Man villain. I mean, I have Spider-Man on my shirt. This is Dr. Octopus herself. What's your name, ma'am?
Grace.
Grace. Now, did you build this yourself?
Yes, I did.
How long did it take you?
About 2 months. I worked on it every single day, so I was able to crunch it out in that span of time.
Now, does it work? Do the things?
At the joints, they have this PVC pipe that you can turn so it can bend, and the claws can also bend down as well, so you can pose it somewhat.
Yeah, this is so nice. So, how long have you been coming to Boston Fan Expo?
This is actually my second time. I came here, I think it was 2016. I was way younger. And I saw they announced another one, so I was like, well, I think this is a good time to bring this cosplay down because it's just been sitting in my basement collecting dust for a long time. So, yeah, this is only my second one.
You could give Alfred Molina a run for his money.
Oh, gosh.
I know. But you people can, they take photos with you. This is your station right here?
Yes, I can't move a lot, obviously. So I've just been standing here, and occasionally I'll go over and take a break. But yeah, a lot of people have been asking for pictures. Everyone's really nice, so I'm really grateful for that. All the compliments are like overwhelming, so I'm really grateful.
Wow. Definitely don't want to run into you. Thank you so much, Grace. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Hi, everybody. Stevie B here at Comic-Con Boston Fan Expo 2022. We're here with one of our cosplayers. What's your name, ma'am?
Kira.
Kira. Now, what character are you supposed to be?
Alucard from the anime Hellsing.
I'm not familiar with that. Can you tell us a little about that anime?
Well, basically, he's a vampire who hunts other vampires. His name backwards is Dracula.
Oh, I didn't know that. So, how long have you been coming to Fan Expo?
Oh, wow. I think my very first coming here was maybe 2017. I come on and off sometimes when I can afford it.
Did you make this costume yourself?
I did not. I bought it online at procosplays.com.
Well, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of Fan Expo.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're here at Boston Fan Expo here, and who's this lovely lady right here?
My name is Abby City.
Abby City. Now, what character are you supposed to be?
So I'm actually not a face character. I'm considered a generic Jedi today. I'm a Jedi Knight.
And what's this you have set up here? What's going on?
So we are the 501st Legion, the Rebel Legion. We also have the New England Droid Builders here, and we're charity organizations that are partnering with other local charities and community organizations. We're based from Lucasfilms, and so yeah, we just come out here and enjoy our nerdy selves for the community, and it's great.
What charity are you with?
So the biggest charity that we work with is Make-A-Wish Foundation, and we actually have a scan right back here. There's a QR code where you can scan, you can donate to Make-A-Wish, and there's also a drop box over here. So that's our goal, is just to have fun, take fun, nerdy pictures with, fellow fans of Star Wars and that galaxy, and hopefully support a good cause.
Make-A-Wish is an excellent. Thank you very much, Abby. Have a nice day. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye. You will not believe who I just found. Now, this looks like a Jedi Knight and Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four, but actually, I guess that's okay if I say their secret identity. This is my friend Joshua Madruga. And those of you who may not know, Joshua was on my show, the Stevie B show, about a year and a half ago. We were doing the play Annie together. And Joshua, I can't believe I ran into you. How you doing?
Doing great, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah, I was just saying that you did such a good job in Annie as Oliver Warbucks. And your daughter Kira, who played Annie in a few shows, was excellent. She's wonderful. And, we became friends. You came on my show. You talked about, your cosplay, your costumes, and everything else. So what brings you here? What are you doing here? What's the key?
So I am working here in the Family Zone doing the voice of the Sorting Hat yesterday and today. And tomorrow I'm doing a Buzz Lightyear and Woody story time with him as Woody and me as Buzz Lightyear.
Really? Now, you were here yesterday. What were you?
Yesterday I was Wilson Fisk, Kingpin. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you could do Kingpin in the kids zone though.
No, definitely not. No, that wouldn't work.
Ben, you were in Annie with me as well. You did a good job. I mean, we were in Hooverville, all that and everything. So what made you come here today?
Josh, he invited me, and I just could not say no to this guy. Because who would not want to come here? To be quite honest, this is like nerd fest for everybody. You know what I mean? It's like Disneyland for adults. You know what I mean? Like I've only been here for 2 days. Thursday night, I just got back from Ireland. Came here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I just could not say no to my good friend Josh here. And yesterday, I was Daredevil. He was Kingpin. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be Woody, and he's gonna be Buzz Lightyear, of course. But yeah, no, it's been a whole mess of fun this weekend, and we're very excited to see what tomorrow brings.
I'm so glad to run into you guys. I mean, like I said, you're such a dear friend. Your wife is a dear person. Your kids are wonderful, Kira and Chloe. So I thank you so much for being there, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Okay, guys? Thanks again, guys. Thanks again. All right. Bye-bye. And now I'm here with Woody from Toy Story. Wait, can you tell us what your real name is, sir?
My real name is Brian. I go by Perlertrix Cosplay.
Perlertrix? What is, for our audience, what does perler mean?
Well, perler is the little plastic melty beads that you put together with an iron. That's what perlers are, and I got started in cosplay by making them out of the little plastic beads.
Now, how long have you been a cosplayer?
I have been a cosplayer myself for 5-6 years, but I made costumes for my children for a few years before that.
And you, is this, you do this for a living? Is this your full-time job?
I'm actually a high school art teacher. I do this as a side gig on weekends and summers.
So, in your secret identity is an art teacher, but in real life you're Woody, right?
Absolutely. That is how we do it. Yep. So I have a lot of fun with it. I show my students what I make in the art classroom, and they get inspired by my crazy costumes.
You made this costume yourself?
I did. Yep. I made everything from scratch.
Well, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you. I'm now here with one of the industry's most finest comic book artists, Mr. Mark Russell. Mr. Russell, how are you enjoying Boston Fan Expo?
Oh, I've been having a great time. Thank you.
Now, I'm guessing you've done Superman, which is my all-time favorite character and everything. And how long have you been drawing Superman for comics?
Well, I write Superman. I'm not good enough to draw him, unfortunately. But this is my first full-on Superman book. But we got 2 more on the way, Mike Allred and I.
How did you get started as a writer in comics? Did you always want to be a writer?
Yeah, I've been a writer for decades, but it wasn't until about 2015 I crossed over to comics. And I crossed over mainly because they pay better. But also, it allowed me to do the stuff to hand the part of writing I never really enjoyed, which is like painting a scene in somebody's mind. I get to like dump that onto somebody else. That's some other poor slob's job to do that now through the artwork, and I can just focus on the things I really do like writing, which is the dialogue and the plot.
Well, I definitely got to get this book one of these days. Thank you very much, Mr. Russell. Have a nice day. Well, right now we're here with Mask Mateo. Mask, how you doing? I can't ask you for your real name because you have a secret identity to protect, but can you tell us a little about yourself?
Yeah, like you said, I'm Mask Mateo. I'm based out of the entire U.S. So I travel a lot, cosplay a lot. I create designs for my cosplay, and then I suit up and go outside and fight crime.
Now, is this is one you designed yourself? It's not like any particular comic book character?
Oh, this is Nightwing. It's based off Jim Lee's version back in the early 90s era. But what I did is I got with my seamstress and my suit makers, and we drew out his suit and wanted to add more stitch layering to kind of bring a real-life adaptation, because we've been begging for how long for a Nightwing movie? Hasn't happened yet, so I wanted to see it. Hey, can I recreate it? But I also brought help. It's my buddy Dom Charlin, a.k.a. the Green Lantern.
Oh, Green Lantern. And you made this costume yourself?
So, to Mateo's point, so these are both designs that are similar to the comics. He's based off of Nightwing, which is the evolution of Robin from DC Comics, Batman's sidekick. Al Jordan also from DC Comics. We work with an amazing designer named Laurent out of France, and he comes up and brainstorms these designs, and we kind of give our input and our feedback, and he brings them to life, and then we wear them.
The costumes are amazing. So what, you go all over the country like this? This is like your full-time job?
Apart from that and fighting crime out in the city whenever the time arises. Thank you.
Oh, I see. So, yeah, so by the way, how do you see out of that? Those eyes, I mean, the contacts?
Yeah, Wayne Technology contacts, they're amazing. I can see everything. I can reach a shirt if I wanted to. Yeah, it's great.
I love the Marvel DC team ups. You know, they had Batman and Spider-Man and all that stuff. But you guys, do you do anything for like charity events or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Dom is a huge. I get involved in his projects, but he's actually the organization leader for the.
Well, we don't do. We do a lot of charity, like throughout all of New York State and the Northeast. There's a lot of the like-minded cosplayers that kind of get together to do a lot of charity work, like where there's hotel visits and stuff like that. So, I'm sorry, hospital visits, not hotel visits. Hospital visits, birthdays, stuff like that. I mean, there's a big market. If you're a sick kid, who doesn't want to see Batman? Who doesn't want to see Superman and make you feel like a superhero, right? So, thankfully, the cosplay community is a really welcoming and diverse community of like-minded individuals, and they spend a lot of time. We all spend a lot of time, just kind of bringing smiles to kids' faces.
It amazes me because, growing up, I mean, I didn't play any sports or anything. I was somewhat bullied, and if I was to go in costume to one of these conventions, I'd probably be, teased relentlessly. But I mean, guys like you, I mean, let people, be what you want to be, do what you want to do, it makes you happy, and it really means a lot. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. Okay.
We're holding a panel today at 4:15 about building props and also building confidence while cosplaying. So that's going to be today.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Have a nice day, okay? Thank you. Nice to meet you, too. I'm here with one of my favorite all-time Teen Titan characters, the one and only Rachel Roth, better known as Raven. Raven, how you doing?
I'm thriving.
Now, I'm guessing by your costume that Raven is your favorite character?
Absolutely. That was my first cartoon as a kid.
Now, you watched the Teen Titans with Tara Strong, who was the voice of Raven. Is that correct?
Yes, the original Teen Titans, definitely for sure.
Now, did you make this costume yourself?
Yep, just bits and pieces. This is my first cosplay, so I haven't gotten full out yet. So maybe in the future I'd do something more elaborate, but it was a good first try.
Now, what is it about Raven that you like so much?
She's super emotional, and that's kind of what contributes to all of her powers. But she has to keep them in control, and people think that like, oh, she's apathetic or she's dull, but really she feels things so strongly, and that's why she has to keep calm. And I feel really strongly about so many things, and I kind of have to like, manage that, especially in public. So yeah, I always just really admired her for that.
That's great. I'm hoping they'll have a solo film with her in one of these days. Now, one last question. Now, have you seen the Titans TV show, the Relive It? Tegan Croft plays Raven. Have you seen it yet?
I have not. I'm definitely I'm a purist with like the original, but I should definitely check it out.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day. This is my car right here, the 1966 Batmobile. I've always wanted one. Sir, this is your car, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, can I ask you where did you get it? I heard there's a place in Indiana that does these things.
There is a place in Indiana, but this car actually came from Rhode Island. Cranston, Rhode Island to be exact.
Oh, okay. No, but it's so beautiful, though. I mean, so do the $15 for you get to take your picture in the Batmobile. Do you give any of the money to like charities or anything like that?
No, because I go to certain events like Comic-Cons to make money, but I do a lot of charity events. I do a lot of work with the law enforcement, the National Night Out every year. I do first responder charity events and all kinds of stuff like that. I do kid cancer, kids stuff like that. So when I do events like this, I come to make the money for me. There is a time to make money and a time to do charity. I do both.
Yeah, like I've always wanted a Batmobile like that. Thank you very much, sir. Have a great day. Well, we have a very interesting cosplay character. I can't believe the wings. I mean, did you make those wings yourself, sir?
No, they were sent to me by Mac Wings in Ukraine.
Oh, really?
On Etsy. Yeah.
Now, what character are you supposed to be?
I am Mikey Carver from the Ice Storm.
Oh, okay. Now, looking at this podium, I'm guessing that are you running for president or?
No, it's from the classroom setting where he reads the molecules speech. It's like his high school classroom scene.
Oh, that's cool. So you carry this around. What's this we have here?
This is the speech, the molecule speech. I wrote it out on the piece of paper so that I can read it in front of the class. And this is foam board. I painted it myself and cut it myself. And I actually found this vintage Beasel Thanksgiving decoration on eBay. It's like pretty much the exact same one in the movie, so I researched it like crazy just to get it exact. So, yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a nice day. I'm here with one of the most evil villains, the one who snapped his fingers and eliminated half the people on the planet Earth, Thanos. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing really good. How are you guys doing today? Having fun?
We're having a ball. Now, did you make this costume yourself?
Yes, I did. This is EVA foam, and it took me about 2.5 years.
2.5 years? Wow.
I took a little bit of a break here and there because of COVID.
Yeah, that really knocked everything. But I love the. Can you show the rings? Look at that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Now I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you tell us a little bit about the stones? What are they? How do they work?
The stones, you can, you have pretty much power over anything. If you snap them, anything that you want to happen will happen. So if I want to get rid of all the Marvel heroes, all I have to do is snap my fingers.
Wow. Yeah, I went on computer. I was one of the few that survived the. I love the girl I interviewed as Raven. Raven is one of my favorite DC characters. Like I said, these fans, and you saw the Batmobile, the man who made the Batmobile. Did you know that there's a place in Indiana? It's called Fiberglass Freaks. It's actually licensed by DC Comics, and this man, all he does is make 1966 Batmobiles, from the TV show, and they're so authentic, though. Okay. I read somewhere that an original car from the actual TV show, was sold at auction for like $1 million. If you want one of these Batman replicas from Fiberglass Freaks, you have to pay lowest maybe $200,000. And I always said that if I ever had the money, if I ever won the Mega Millions or Powerball, I get one. But yeah, but you see that, you see, like I said, they're so dedicated. I mean, you had like the Ghostbusters car, Ghostbusters of New England, all sorts of things. So it was a lot of fun. And like I said, I don't know what next year is going to hold in store if we go to Fan Expo or not. I'm hoping if we will get a chance to actually talk to some celebs if they let me. Like I said, some celebs are very approachable. Some don't want anything to do with you. You just like pretty much give me your money and get out of here, pretty much. But anyway, I mentioned celebs. Before we leave tonight, I want to mention something I want to do a little dedication. This past November, one of the nicest guys I ever met in terms of voiceover work, I actually got the chance to interview him. Well, I'm going to try to see if I can do this without getting emotional. Back in 2021, I had the opportunity, and I got to interview Batman, the voice of Batman himself, Kevin Conroy. Now, if you know who Kevin Conroy is, he's voiced Batman since the 1992 Batman the Animated Series. He's voiced Batman in video games. The TV shows Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, and movies, Batman, Mask of the Vandalism. Like, he was always his he was like the definitive voice. I mean, he had that voice, I am Batman, he had and I got the chance to talk to him. Now, interesting story about Kevin. Before he sadly passed away this year of cancer, and it was a very heartache-breaking series, especially since I got to talk to him. Actually, Kevin, before his death, he actually wrote a story for DC Comics talking about how he was a gay man who actually played a manly superhero like Batman, and he used to stay in the closet, and how he came out and everything like that, but he came, but it's a great story. It's called if you go to DC Comics, the story is called Finding Batman, and Kevin was a sweet guy, and I wanted to show you. This is the interview that I did with him back in 2021. Very approachable, so I thought I'd show it again just to show my little tribute. Kevin, we miss you, and please enjoy this interview I did back in 2021 with the late, great Kevin Conroy. Hi, I'm here with the famous Kevin Conroy, Batman himself. Mr. Conroy, welcome to Boston. How do you like the city?
Oh, I love Boston. I grew up in Connecticut and New York, so I'm very familiar with Boston. I used to come up a lot, and I played the Wilbur Theater back in the 80s. I did the national tour of Death Trap, and so I've spent a lot of my time in Boston. I know it well.
Now, you're known for playing Batman. My question is, what inspired you? How did you create the voice for that character?
Well, it was really just an audition. It was a spontaneous improvisation in the booth, because the only exposure I'd had to Batman was the Adam West show. But that wasn't at all what they were going to be doing with this show. This is very noir, it was very dark, it was very serious, very dramatic. And so I just used my imagination in the audition to put myself in the head of someone who, what would happen to someone when they were 10 years old? They watched their parents murdered in front of them. And it led me to this very dark, broody, moody kind of voice.
Yeah, I love it. Now, you've also done the character in Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Are we going to be seeing Batman in the future? Are you still going to do the voice?
Yeah, I'm still doing projects, but we're never allowed to say what we're doing until they get released. But I have been busy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Conroy. I truly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, he was such a nice guy. He really was. My only regret was I didn't get a picture with him, but I had so much. I just get him on tape and everything like that. I still have a picture of. I think Lenny took a picture of me interviewing him. And but like I said, he was a nice guy. We lost a lot of very celebrities this year, 2022. I hope 2023 will be better. But I did have fun at this expo, and like I said, will I do it next year? I don't know, but it was a lot. It was it's a lot of fun to do. But I once again, I want to thank you all. I want to thank everybody here at Maverick Community Media. I want to thank Kat in the control room, Kevin Harrington. These guys have been great. They've been on. They're very reliable, and I implore you, if you want to do a show here, go up to Kevin or Kat, ask what they need to do, and they'll welcome you with open arms. And I thank them both. And that's it for the Stevie B show for today. And hope to see you next year. And Happy New Year, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.